But the fact that Brock has no timeline for return and has a torn ligament, dude,
Should have got the surgery.
I think this is just a lost season for Brock, unfortunately, and they're probably going to have to just get the surgery. At what point do you wait and screw up, jeopardizing his offseason and his health for the training camp and mini camp and all the stuff that you need? You've paid him $180 million or $200 million already. Get him right for next year. If this year's already a lost year, just get the surgery, dude. And then we find out during the game, like, okay, they're going to tell us exactly what the Purdy injury is, how long he might be out, and what he's dealing with. And when I heard all of this, I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Melissa Starks, NBC sideline reporter last night on Brock Purdy's turf toe.
Back at Levi's Stadium, you see Brock Purdy there. Turf toe may not sound like much, but it can be debilitating. There are varying degrees. For Brock, he hyperextended his right big toe week 1, tearing the stabilizing ligaments under the joint. In addition to being extremely painful, turf toe limits the toe's ability to flex. And Brock told me any movement in the wrong direction can set him back. He said he is truly day-to-day. There is no timeline for his return. He called this injury so annoying, saying he's never dealt with something that lingers this long.
I mean, it sucks, but we finally got some clarity. He tore the stabilizing ligaments underneath the toe on the right big toe, which would mean it's his planting foot, so same side as his throwing shoulder. Any movement could re-injure it. That is like, wow. And then there's no timeline for his return.
Can I have a question?
How is that the most clarity that we've gotten in months?
Thank you for saying that. Why did it take this long for this information to get out? Why is it that NBC, wow, Melissa Starks, she's so big time, we'll give her the information?
I think the Niners were maybe a little more candid than they've been at the podium. I don't think this is on. Beat reporters have been peppering them with questions, whether it's Purdy, Mack, Shanahan, and they've kind of like dodged them. Somebody gave them something, and look, maybe they ran with information they shouldn't have ran with. They had the foot graphic on Sunday Night Football to show you where the injury was.
I'm glad you said being candid, because Chris Collinsworth said something last night on the broadcast we'll get to at some point, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But he talked to Kyle Shanahan about that now infamous quarterback draft class where they traded up for Trey Lance. You know, Mac Jones is rumored. Some very interesting comments
he basically
said last night.
Yeah, and I'll paraphrase. Yeah. He basically said he originally loved Mac, and that was the guy he wanted to take. And then and again, I'm paraphrasing, he had so much time to think about it, he talked himself into Trey Lance and about what he could do, and he visualized all these things. And then now, with hindsight, he realized that it was a silly decision to talk himself out of it. So, look, I've always been the believer that Kyle Shanahan's the one making these decisions. Doesn't mean he doesn't have influence from other people. But on a quarterback, I think it's him. And so we finally got clarity. No, that was all him.
It was all him. No, for sure.
In terms of, at the end of the day, it falls on him.
Listen, I never argued that it wasn't his decision at the end of the day. I thought maybe there was someone in his camp that was whispering in his ear or something like that. But for him to come out and basically tell Collinsworth, I got in my own head, actually, and started to overthink. And we're like, no, Trey Lance is going to be the guy, not Mac. But the fact that he initially traded up for Mac, he said that yesterday. That's set in stone.
He's looked great with Mac. Mac getting a 2-year deal this offseason. As big as Robert Saleh's acquisition's been, there's not a chance in hell they win 4 out of 5 with any other backup they've had at any point.
And Joe, the fact that it is a 2-year deal does make the offseason potentially, we'll have to get there,
look,
very interesting on what they're going to do with their quarterbacks.
Back to Brock for just a second.
Back to Brock.
I don't know if either quarterback's going to make it through the entire season healthy. Mac's limited, right? Right now. And there's limits to his skills as well. He's very limited in the pocket in terms of mobility. He's fumbled in the pocket a lot.
Yeah.
That is something I'm really worried about. As great as some of his throws have been, he threw a couple ducks up in the air that were deep balls. It had just way too much air underneath them. I thought he threw a bad medicine ball to Juwan that got turned over. But he's not being asked to do a whole lot. That being said, there is moxie. I see some winning plays. But the fact that Brock has no timeline for return and has a torn ligament of the stabilizing ligaments underneath his big toe, dude,
should have got the surgery.
I think this is just a lost season for Brock, unfortunately, and they're probably going to have to just get the surgery. At what point do you wait and screw up, jeopardizing his offseason and his health for the training camp and mini camp and all the stuff that you need? You've paid him $180 million or $200 million already. get him right for next year. If this year's already a lost year, just get the surgery, dude. Like, I'm no one's going to hold it against you. You're not losing your job. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's kind of ridiculous now.
It sounds awful when I say it like this. Like, I almost wish it was a Joe Burrow level of an injury where they knew immediately to just get the surgery and then he'll be good in 3 months. Like, I wish that kind of happened so it'd be easy, so we don't have to play this tic-tac-toe, this give me one here, give me back. Like, no. I don't want any of that. I want to just have the surgery, have the timetable. He'll be good to go when he's good to go. Not this, I'm dealing with it all season thing. Because that's basically what it is. I'm dealing with it all season. I'm never going to be comfortable, is what he said to Melissa Starks, basically. I don't like that.
I don't either. I don't see how Mac's going to stay upright all year. He got hit a lot, even yesterday, even though I thought the offensive line had one of their best games of the year. But, Joe, the reality is that having him come back against Jacksonville, Brock Purdy, that is, whether Mac was hurt or not, was dumb.
Yeah.
And that is a move that they should have thrown him on IR. They didn't. I get why they didn't. You can only put so many guys on the slot. But knowing what we know now, they made the wrong decision. And it's easy for me to say that, armed with all the information now, looking back in hindsight. But they totally botched this. There's no other way around it. And if I'm Purdy, I'm probably frustrated, and I probably wanted to go play. And I think it's best for all parties. Like, get the. If you need surgery, get the surgery now so you're 100% participant for the offseason.
We are coming to you live from the Laughing Monk Studios. Laughing Monk, righteously brewed in San Francisco. Laughing Monk on fire yesterday for the kickoff show. Shout out Evan Giddings and Lone Neal. I was listening. Sounded like they had a great time. And just a lot of good football leading up to that Sunday Night Football game, too. I'm sure everyone was on their hands and knees watching the Broncos ending in Denver, being like, oh, my God, the Giants are actually going to blow this. And they did. And that led into a awesome Sunday Night Football atmosphere. Levi's was popping last night.
It was. If you tore the ligaments and any movement could re-injure it and there's no timeline, why has he been practicing? No, like, what are we doing? We know he's tough. Sometimes you got to put a seatbelt in place to save yourself from just stuff, accidents that come up. Why are you practicing him?
Limitedly, too.
No, it's someone needs to intervene and be like, all right, either you are coming back and you're going to play and we're just going to, at some point, you're going to re-injure yourself and then you need the surgery, or just IR yourself for right now, take a month off, don't even run, don't do anything, or just get the surgery. Like, I don't know. This morning, I don't want to lose my mind about the Brock Purdy thing, but the fact that dropped in the third quarter, my jaw dropped.
888-957-9570. Antonio, Shambree, Jacob, JC, we will get to all of you. It's all about the callers today. Victory Monday. No better phrase in all of sports than that. It was a great win. Fantastic win.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer with the Purdy stuff. I apologize.
You're fine. Like, it sucks. Hammers home the importance of keeping Mac Jones upright.
Absolutely.
And I know this was probably his worst performance we've seen all year, all things considered, because he actually has set the bar pretty high. Mac's been playing unbelievable. And I actually kind of look at him a little bit better after this game in a weird way. And I know it's a week-to-week league. You have to judge each individual game differently. But Josh Allen, who is the reigning league MVP, and we all think is one of the top 5, top 2, 3 quarterbacks in the NFL, he struggled against this defense just a couple days ago, Joe.
They moved the ball way better.
He did not look good against that Falcons secondary. He had 2 picks, Josh Allen.
You know what I've been most impressed with Mac Jones? Is that they get lined up and they don't waste timeouts on delay of game penalties. There's only been a handful of motions where, all right, this guy's not lined up, this guy's not, all right, I got to burn a timeout.
Yep.
There's only been a handful of those.
And you saw that with the Falcons on the other side yesterday. Killed them.
Joe, how many starting quarterbacks in the league who are years in have these issues with getting a play call in? None of that. They have limited the pre-snap infractions, and I think that is a testament to the quarterback.
Remember the Harbaugh era, Joe, with the pre-snap, the delay of games? It felt like it always happened in the first quarter, too. You just wasted a timeout. I know it drove you nuts.
Trevor Lawrence, every time I watched them, they were on in the morning. They're like barely getting the play off in time.
Who are the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
They have 15 turnovers as a defense.
Jeez.
That's who they are.
The Rams just absolutely obliterated
Carter,
them yesterday.
What are you eating? Because I'm jealous.
It's so amazing. You should have said yes.
I know. Gosh.
No, but on your point, there was actually one play that Mac really impressed me last night, which was when they had 12 men on the field. We were not set at all, and he snapped the ball immediately. He was so aware of it.
Good point. That was a huge penalty. You know, that's that long drive that they're going. It's like a second long, and they get an automatic, or not a second and whatever, mid. They get an automatic first down. They did a great job. He's really good on the QB sneaks.
He is.
He is.
That's a New England staple, by the way.
Yeah.
They've always been good at doing that. He is big. Shambree's in Arizona wants to join the conversation.
What's up, Shambree?
What's up, Sham?
Long time no hear.
Shambree.
Yeah, man. I had to chime in. I couldn't hold my tongue anymore. I mean, that was an exciting win. I mean, some of the same old stuff may still be there with some of the coaching decisions, but man, it's so refreshing to have youngins out there, and living with the mistakes, but just being excited at what they could be. I want to quickly shout out. I know CMC gets all the love for yesterday, but I want to shout out the two pillars and Fred Warner and Kittle. I mean, like you guys already touched on, the guy just being there and pumping up the teammates when he didn't have to be, and Kittle just for being who he is, not just helping out in the run game, but the dude never pouting when he doesn't get the ball or anything like that. And, we all worry about where Bosa's been, but Bosa's been in the same spot that he is every fourth, fifth play, MIA. He's just not there consistently enough. Lucas, man, I was so proud to see him playing. He's actually from over here in Arizona, and I don't know why in the preseason with the performance that he did, he hasn't been getting any reps, because to me, Brown as safety is cheeks, and he either needs to give up those reps to Siegel or Pinnock or mix in Lucas there, but I don't get it. So everyone's been clamoring, if you can get one player to help out on our defense, I would like to get a vet coverage safety, because most of our safeties are just hard-hitting safeties, and not that we need someone to be starting, but just to mix in there and help calm the nerves and be an extra coach for our youngins over there at safety. Love you guys. Love the show. Appreciate it. Let's go, Facebook.
Let's go. It's Shambree in Arizona. I love you too, buddy. 888-957-9570 is the number. Biggest takeaway from that win was what, Niner fans? I mean, for me, it's got to be the running game. I mean, this is a run-first offense for the San Francisco 49ers that has not been able to do that for the first 6 weeks of the season. And then on a nationally televised game, Sunday Night Football, all eyes on you. You have that performance with that running back. Yeah, I think the league's on notice right now.